So, did a trade with a enthusiast over the pond. Great guy to deal with. If y'all know Jim, he's really awesome, really great guy, stand-up individual. So, um, thanks to him, I've gotten my hands on a couple of good items, but the one I am most excited about is going to be this right here. It's the new 2020 menu Italian sausage, pepper, and onion and marinara sauce. To be honest, this is going to be the freshest MRE I have ever had. It's an AmeriQual MRE. It has a production date of 0022, which means a production on January 22nd, 2020, right before everything shut down. But we won't talk about that. I'm really excited about this. I'm kind of sad that it replaced the hash brown with bacons and onions because that was a really good menu. But from what I understand, what they did was they took the menu 17 pork sausage patty and the menu 20 hash browns and bacon. They kind of just combined them together because the 2020 menu 17 pork sausage patty has hash browns in it. It has the granola in it that the menu 20 had. They took out the spread and the crackers, but you still have the maple muffin top, so you can still do the MRE McGriddle. So it's actually a heartier breakfast meal, and that's something that's really, really good to see. So, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this menu 20. So let's take a look at this and see what all we got. And there we go. Alrighty. Now, of course, we knew it's AmeriQual, so it's going to have the wrapping. Some people are fans of this, some people aren't. You know, it is what it is. So the first thing we got is the Italian sausage with peppers and onions and marinara sauce. Production date 9331, which means the end of 2019 in December. Here is the information if you want to see it. The nutrition facts. There we go. We're going to set that right there. We got the accessory packet, and one thing I can tell right off the bat that's interesting, but we're going to come back to that. All right. Next thing we have is the Trail Mix Recovery. All right. So there's the information on it, 310 calories. It has pretzel, corn syrup, canola and or soybean oil, barley malt extract, leavening, peanuts, almonds, cashews, okay, yeah, so reading the ingredients: peanuts, almonds, cashews, pretzels, and that is about it. So we'll take a look at that. Oh, goody. Osmotic cranberries. I love these things. They're really awesome. And Steve did a trick with those the other day I'm kind of curious about. We have dry roasted peanuts. Not a big fan of those, but they are what they are. Have our cheese spread. Our crackers. A little bit bowed, but seem to still be in pretty good shape. And last but not least, beverage base orange type 3. The little stick, it's formulation H. Stick usually means it's a fake sweetener. It's not real sugar. Let's take a look. Oh, so this is actually made to go in 20 ounces of water, so a bottle of water. Oh, here it is. The ingredients, it's aspartame. Well, that sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with aspartame been showing up lately, so I've moved over everything to sucralose for anything I have to do that's fake sweetener. And we got our spoon, and of course our U.S. useless beverage bag, unless you're a Canadian trucker, and then you have a secondary use for them. And if you want to know what that is, ask him directly. And of course the hot beverage bag. Now, one thing I noticed, and I want to go back and visit before we get started on all this. In our accessory pack, you know, got the matches, of course. We have Bill's Brew Coffee. I can't remember if I've had that one or not, but we're going to find out how it is. Creamer non-dairy, but the package is different. It's normally more like... Normally it's more like a package almost like this. It's more of a... I don't know, waxy paper like the iodized salt is. But this is actually more plasticized. It's more laminated. So, looks like they've changed over that covering. Sugar's still in the paper packet though. Got our usual moist towelette. Oh goody, we got cinnamon gum. I prefer that over the spearmint. And we have the usual Lighthouse toilet paper, but it looks like they have done a change to the wrapping. It's now got the black stripe down the middle with a website on it. Lighthouse for the blind and visually impaired. Okay, sorry, there's actually more to that. So, made in San Francisco by Lighthouse for the blind and visually impaired. So, I know a lot of the... Back in some of the older rations, and I'm having trouble remembering which ones right now, it would list that, you know, a lot of the stuff had been packed by, you know, blind and handicapped people. So I'm kind of curious about that now. I might have to go on that website and take a look. It's lighthouse-sf.org. So if you're curious, go take a look, see what you can see about it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff heated and get us a tray ready. I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, y'all, so we're back again. I decided not to go ahead and pre-mix the coffee and everything since they are using a new brew and new creamer, so I thought it'd be a good chance to take a look at it. This is the Bill's Brew. Say, I can't remember if I've had this one or not, so I can't really give a good bit of information on it yet. It is a freeze-dried and not a spray-dried coffee, as you can tell by the clumps there. All right. It seems to be sinking and blending pretty quickly, so that's a good sign. All right. And next, we shall add our packet of sugar, because that's what they gave us with it. Wow, I just didn't want it all come out there for a second. Now, let's give this a quick stir, just to get those two mixed in. Then we add our creamer here. I had to look for a tear notch there. Alright, definitely not as easy to open as the previous packaging, but I'm sure it'll last longer. Alright, and we've still got a bit of a spin going there, so that'll help that to swirl in. Alright, now I brought the bowl for a reason. I'm going to explain that to you in a little bit. So first thing we're going to look at is the dry roasted peanuts. They're peanuts, not really expecting much. They are definitely tightly vacuum packed. You can see the salt on them right there, so it has a good amount of salt. We're just going to get a few out of this to try. Tastes like good old-fashioned dry roasted peanuts. Honestly, needs a bottle of Coke. And if you've never had peanuts in your bottle of Coke, go to the store, get you one of them Mexican Coca-Colas that's in a glass bottle. Put it in your fridge till it's good and cold. Open it up, add some peanuts in, and you'll have a treat you ain't ever had before. Alright, so this is the trail mix recovery. And I'm going to start out putting it in this bowl. So we can definitely see the peanuts. We can see cashews. We can see the pretzel pieces. See a few almond pieces in there. So, not too bad. No fruit. But we can fix that later. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to pour those right there. Alright. Next thing we got is our crackers. Let's see if we get a hiss out of this. See if we can get this open. Didn't really hear a hiss. May just be because of the way they rip, though. But we can definitely tell they're packed airtight. Set this here for a minute. And this is what I was afraid of. I'm afraid there's going to be, because of the way they're bent, no way to get these out without breaking them. But we're going to do our best. There we go. Yay! Excuse me. I ain't got the Rona. It's just a little bit of allergies going on, so don't worry about it. Alright. So next thing we're going to look at is going to be these cranberries osmotic. And if you've never seen these before, just sliced cranberry pieces, and the osmotic means they have actually been, I'm trying to remember the exact way it goes. They used a sweet solution to withdraw the bacteria-laden, or the liquid that could possibly cause bacterial growth out of the cranberries, and replaced it with that solution. So that's why the osmotic tastes sweeter, and when you get some of the older ones, it'll look like it's almost crystallized on top. That's because they're using a sweet solution to basically replace the liquid in the natural cranberry cell walls. So it's liquid dried, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And it didn't to me at first, but I had to read it a couple of times, and it finally started kicking in. All right, let's put that there. All right. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to take one of these crackers, set her over here, so that way we can take our regular cheese spread here, which I kept in my pocket so it'd be nice and soft. Give it a quick knead, and then we're going to put it on this cracker. Well, we're going to try to put it on this cracker. Let's rephrase that. Wonder how cranberries taste with cheese. In case you can't. Alrighty. Let's get this in over with our trash. There we go. if we can't lift those up. Well, we're going to have a little, believe it or not, there's a brand named Wensleydale that makes a cranberry cheddar, and it's really good, so I don't mind leaving those few there. And last but not least, let's get the main out here. All right, and it's got the side gussets, so you can use it as a bowl when you open it, but we're going to bypass that because we've got an actual bowl. First thing you see inside is that is really meaty. And you can see it has some good chunks, so yeah. You see the slices of peppers there. We'll make sure to get everything out of this packet. There we go. Alrighty. Let's get this in the trash receptacle here. All right. Set that right there. Give this one last quick stir to get that cream mixed in. That's interesting. Normally it gets a little bit lighter with the cream. Maybe that Bill's Brew is an actual strong coffee. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, let's give us a little bit of a taste here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the coffee. It's alright. Definitely a good coffee flavor. Not bitter. Not weak. I mean, you do get a coffee flavoring. It's not strong. It's kind of a middle of the road. So, honestly, not too bad. I could deal with that. I think it'd be better if we had a hot cocoa to mix it in with and make a mocha. I think it'd be perfect for that. But just as a coffee by itself, I think it's all right. So, now let's try our Tang mix here. Fortified beverage base. And yes, it's a knockoff of Tang, so. Yep. A little bit sweeter. That's because it's got the aspartame in it. Like I say, not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. All right, now I want to try one of these crackers fresh. I have never had fresh MRE crackers. I've had old ones before. Never had a fresh one. That does make a difference. It's flakier. You can tell it hasn't really had time to fully settle. Not really crumbles is easier, but because this one, as you can see, just the weight of the cheese has started cracking it. So what we're going to do here, take this, swap that out. There is a difference to the cheese being fresher. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. It's like, I don't know. It tastes better, but I can't quite put my finger on what is making it taste better. It's not that it tastes fresher. It just tastes, I guess, creamier. I guess it just hasn't really had a chance to start breaking down. And it just has that, it has a creamier taste to it. I mean, honestly, it tastes just like a fresh can of squeezed cheese you'd get on the shelf at the grocery store. So, which, I mean, we know that's essentially what it is. But yeah, just that freshness gives it a little something. That's nice. I like that. This is going to be a good dinner. All right, so let's try this trail mix here. Trail mix recovery. Nope. All right, so we got peanuts. We got, drop off a couple of almonds, a cashew, and pretzel ball. Now, peanuts, we know what they taste like. We just had those. The pretzel's nice. It doesn't have that overly salty flavor you normally get out of storage pretzels. So that's a good blend. I think that's a good idea, swapping over to the actual pretzel balls instead of the sticks. Cashews and almonds or cashews and almonds. Not bad. All right, so here's some of our cranberries. Good. You get that blend of sweet and tart with them. Not too overpowering of a flavor, but a good mixture. So now let's try what I thought should have happened in the first place. All right, a little bit of the trail mix recovery, a little bit of the cranberries osmosis. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and let y'all know as soon as the camera cuts off. Those, that, and that is all going together in one bag. That's going to be my snack later because those just blend so well together. So, and that way nothing goes to waste. All right. I'm sorry, I got to go back for some more of this. And since they got stuck in there, let's try a little bit with the cranberries. Nah. Not as good as Wensleydale. So, as an experiment, it didn't work. Now let's take a look at our food here. We got good pieces of sliced smoked sausage. You see that? That is actual smoked sausage. I'm looking to see. I can see it looks like an onion right there. I was kind of hoping more for some actual chunks of vegetable, the onion and the pepper. And I don't know if the color on the peppers just bled so much that it looks like an onion and they all just look the same. Well, no, that's a piece of sausage. So, all right, so let's give this a try. Oh, the sausage still has some good chew to it. You definitely get the onion and pepper flavor in the sauce along with the Italian herbs coming through. I can definitely taste some basil in there. I think I'm getting some oregano too. Give me a second. A good savory tomato flavor, oregano, basil, garlic, some sweetness from the onions and probably the peppers. I don't know, nothing really jumps out as saying pepper, so Honestly, if I had some spaghetti noodles, this would be really good over it. But since I don't have noodles, oh, there we go. There's a big piece of something. Looks like a yellow pepper. Let's see. Yellow pepper. And they didn't skin it. Sorry. Yeah, okay, so we got some peppers, we got some onions peeking through, and it looks like they used some yellow peppers. That's why it is blending together. And this is really good. Mm. All right, so we know that being out in the field, you would have just crushed up your cracker and dumped it in. So let's see how it goes together. Out in the field, rip the side gusset, crush up the cracker, dump it in. I don't know about putting the cheese on top. Well, let's find out. Since it's all breaking apart anyway. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I personally would leave the cheese off. I wouldn't put it on. Crackers, yeah, I could see that going in there to help soak up some of the juices. So, well, I tell you what, folks. Short of chewing the gum, and these matches are different. They've actually got, because normally they come with like a, it feels like cardboard. These are more, these are smoother, and it's not as green. It's more of a tan color. Of course, they are the DD Bean & Son, so looks like they just decided to upgrade it a little bit for the new millennium, or sorry, the new decade. Really getting lost if I think it's a millennium change. Been locked up in the house too long, folks. So, a couple of cosmetic changes to some of the accessories. Of course, moist towelette, still the moist towelette. So, the reason this is in a bowl, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, since this is my dinner tonight. I made some homemade McRibs the other night and had some hoagie rolls left, so I went and toasted one real quick. So I left that in the bowl because it is going to go right over the top. And now it's Italian sausage. So I'm going to go eat dinner, folks. It's a Lando. Freshest MRE I've ever had, a 2020. Italian sausage and peppers that replace the hash browns. It's a winner for me. I like this menu. I definitely pick this out in a heartbeat with no problem. So I'm going to go eat. Y'all have a good one.